Hey, what's up, everybody? Jay Pounds here. We got another weekly video for you guys. Because, like I said last week, here at Dynasty Owner, we pump out content. We like to try to keep it churning for you guys. This week, I got the Buy, Sell, Hold AFC West edition for you, which is just basically my way of covering everybody for you guys. At least everybody that's going to be relevant this Dynasty Owner season. I'm not going to go and break down the practice squad players and players like that for you, even though Travis Fulgham came off of the practice squad last year and he was an absolute beast. But still, right now there's no need to go that deep into the roster. We know who the main guys are going into the year. Yes, there's going to be some surprises, as there always is, but there's no predicting those, and there's no point in trying to predict those because it's just not going to work out for you, and you're going to be wrong 1,000 times more than you're right there. Um, just real quick, if you're a new user finding this video, make sure you check out the website dynastyowner.com. Get a hold of one of us. Comment down below something. We will gladly help you out. I don't know how you'd be finding this video if you are, or if you did, but we'll gladly take it. And if you're definitely interested in this platform, reach out to us. That being said, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. That way, you know when me, Steve, and Matt are putting these videos out, and you guys don't miss them. These are things you don't really want to miss on this platform because let's face it, we're very specific. You're not going to take your dynasty owner knowledge really anywhere else and use it because nobody else uses the actual contracts of the players, and they don't make you feel like a real GM. Let's face it. But enough of the rambling. Let's go ahead and get right into things today. That way the video isn't boring you guys and lengthy. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick like we have been doing the last few weeks. And as you see, we got the AFC West. I almost said that wrong. Yeah, AFC West, buy, sell, hold. Let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. First, as obvious, we got Patrick Mahomes. There's not a whole lot to say about the guy. He is an absolute monster. I think he's going to continue to get better, which is very scary for the rest of the NFL. Remember, he's only been starting for a couple years. The sky's the limit for this kid, and he is on a 10-year, 45. I wrote that wrong. $450 million deal. $450 million. So you're getting them at. Oh no, I didn't write that wrong. Sorry, guys. So you're getting them at $45 million a year. And right now you guys are probably like, Jay, how am I supposed to buy a $45 million contract? That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's going to eat up a lot of cap space. I know. But if you're rebuilding, you should be trading everybody else away and go after Patrick Mahomes. Lock that quarterback position up for the next 8 years, whatever it may be, for $45 million, and just watch the cap keep rising every year, and Patrick Mahomes become more and more of a value. $60 million contracts are not far away. They're going to be happening probably in the next couple of years. I believe next year we're going to get a big cap spike. We may even see it next year. Maybe Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen gets it. Who knows? I do see Josh Allen getting a Patrick Mahomes type contract. Him in the Buffalo area, man, they're like peanut butter and jelly. You can't go wrong with them. Up after Mahomes, we got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I hear a lot of not necessarily bad talk about him, but just basically, I feel like people are underrating him a little bit. It was his first year. He's going into a top tier offense, the best offense in the NFL, and he just he doesn't necessarily fit in perfectly, but he gets 1,100 yards. Misses 4 games because of injury. He also deals with them signing Le'Veon Bell, the other D. Williams. Man, that's it. Cat got my tongue here. I can't think of his name. Damian Williams. Sits out for COVID, and he doesn't get a training camp. Granted, none of the rookies got a training camp, but I feel like for Hilaire or Elaire, however you say it, it would have just benefited him a little bit more because I feel like it's harder for running backs to get into the passing game than the running game. You got to know different routes and blah, 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 and all that good stuff. as a running back, and you're not used to the verbiage in the offense. Let's face it. College offenses are very dumbed down compared to the NFL, and I just think he had a little bit of trouble with that. So they signed Le'Veon Bell, and we were thinking Le'Veon Bell was going to get the job, and then he just didn't. And Edwards-Helaire got hurt a little bit. You've seen Darrell Williams go in, so I really think this is just going to be CEH taking this backfield over this year, showing people whose it is, and I don't expect a monster year out of him, but I see him probably as an RB1 when it's all said and done, especially in our format. He's going to be good. That's all I can say on the kid. And let's move on before I make this an hour long video because of my love affair for CEH. After CEH, we got Byron Pringle. He's like I said, there's going to be a lot of long shots as there were last week, but somebody has to take over the number 2 role in Kansas City. They let Watkins go. Obviously, it's Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. That's the 1 and 2. But somebody has got to be in that second wide receiver spot. It's got to be somebody. Obviously, Mecole Hardman is the favorite, and you'll see we'll talk about him next. But he hasn't actually done anything yet, so I don't see why people are just slotting him there. This is definitely a wide open position battle, and we're going to see who comes out on top, and I definitely want to have the player that comes out on top. Next, we got Mecole Hardman, like I just said. He is the front runner for the number 2 spot in the Kansas City offense, but it might not be him. He's supposed to have been this for 2 years now, and it just hasn't happened. It takes players time, but I don't know. I just feel like if he was going to do it, he would have maybe. I don't know how else to word that, but I'm just not high on Mecole Hardman. Am I going to be buying him everywhere? Absolutely, because more than likely he's going to win the job. He's the favorite for a reason. But I don't know. Just not all that high on him. I feel like the offense is going to continue to run through Hill and Kelce, but that number 2 guy is going to have some value. I should be calling him a number 3 guy, but like I said, number 2 wide receiver. After Mecole Hardman, we have Cornell Powell. I did not like him coming out of Clemson. I'm just going to be honest. He just never really popped to me. He did have a good senior year, but it took him all that time to really pop, and I just don't see it happening in the NFL. That being said, he's on the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a possibility. You can't ever count anybody on the Chiefs offense out. I guess you can count some people out, but if they put a little bit of draft capital in him, you can't count him out. There's a shot he wins that role. You got to be buying him everywhere. Really, he's not going to cost you much. So why not? Basically, sorry, I had a weird itch there. After Cornell Powell, we have Antonio Callaway. I haven't heard his name in a while, have you? He signed a 1-year deal with the Chiefs, and he is a complete flyer at this point. But I am going to snag him up a lot. Right now, I don't necessarily have the room on 1 or 2 of my rosters, but I think I'm going to try to find a way to sneak him in there. This kid, he's troubled, I guess you could call it. He gets into trouble a lot. He just has some character concerns, basically. And as a rookie for the Cleveland Browns, I'm in the Cleveland area. I watch every Browns game. He looked different. I don't know how else to put it than I thought he was going to be very, very good. And he just got into trouble, got suspended, and then flamed out. And now he's back in a big way with Kansas City. So I got him as a very, very big long shot to be the Kansas City Chiefs number 2 guy. But it's definitely possible. He has the talent. He is like a little mini Tyreek Hill type guy. He's very, very, very fast. And if he can get his character concerns straightened out, I think he can play in the NFL for quite a while. Let's move on to the Chargers here. We got Justin Herbert. Obviously, he's I don't have to say a whole lot about him. He's something else. He came in, wasn't supposed to be all that special, and just tore the NFL apart. Obviously, if you can get your hands on him, take him. He's going to cost you a lot. But that being said, you'll probably have your quarterback position set just like you do with Patty Mahomes. But do beware of his future contract. He's going to get one. After Justin Herbert, we have Josh Kelly.